I think I might have a fucking problem.
Passion out of rolling marijuana.
Thinking about getting more to the bank, but they won't let me in cause I smell like dank. I think I might have a motherfucking problem.
Get it.
I think I might have a motherfucking problem.
YouTube, what it be like? It's your boy Fo, and bro, we are back on that NBA Live 19. In today's video, we're going to be covering episode 3 of the best builds in NBA Live. Now, if you're new to my channel and this is your first time seeing me, I appreciate that view, but you know you gotta like and sub my boy. Feel free to comment and hit that notification bell as well so you can know when we post. We're on that grind to 5K. Once we hit 5K, we'll do some sort of participation event. Everybody that participates gets put in a raffle, and we'll do a giveaway from here on out. Every 1,000 subs we get, we're gonna do a giveaway. All my day ones, thanks for coming out. Everybody that just subscribed to me as well, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all been showing me a ton of love. Let's get straight to it. Now, I released the shot contest video earlier today, and I was using my stretch big. So we are going to take a look at my stretch big and how I like to build my stretch big. Now, I feel like there's 3 different ways you can build a stretch big. It depends on your play style, okay? So first and foremost, I always go for the max height. So the max height is going to be 6'11" with this player. For whatever reason, they didn't want to give him the extra inch to 7 foot. I think they really wanted him to really be like a power forward, almost in some cases like a hybrid between a 3 and a 4, because even the strength on this player at default is going to be a 78. So that's the reason why I feel like there's 3 different ways we like to build it out, because of strength reasons. But 6'11" is definitely the way to go, because you can shoot and you want to be as tall as you can to like negate some of the shot contest penalty you'll see from smaller players. All right, now strength starts at default, so one way you could build this player is at 228 pounds. If you do that, then he'll have a 79 strength. You see I have Karl Anthony Towns icon path. He gets a +3 on the strength, and that'll bring us up to an 82, which is competitive against any wing, kills any guard. And then you can bang with rim protectors and post scorers, but keep in mind that those players are designed to be centers and be stronger than this player. Now, the next way you can go is, oh yeah, let me also mention, when you have that amount of strength, you also have a 70 speed, so you'll still be able to get up and down the floor. Now, another way you can go is 199 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is kind of ideal. This is more of a balance between the two, because you get 2 points of speed back, so you have a 72 speed, but then you also get a 77 strength. So when you get that +3 from Karl Anthony Towns, it bumps you up to an 80 strength, and that way that's still competitive. Now, the last way you can go, it depends on your play style. Like I said, the first one was a banger, the next one was balanced. The last one is if you kind of want to take that 2K kind of mentality and you want to run guard with a big, this is the perfect player to do it with, because you can knock his weight down to 169 pounds at 6'11", and he has a 75 speed. Once you get that strength boost, it'll bump your strength back up to a 77. So if you're running guard and you run with 2 other centers, you're gonna kill and dominate just all small guards that go against you. You're gonna be able to be as physical as any other wing in the game as well, so you'll be able to match up pretty well. And then this player will be able to move, and then the vertical being at a 71, but being 6'11", that's pretty dope. Now, like I said, I went with the Karl Anthony Towns path. I feel like it's better than Dirk's for a couple of reasons. One, it gets the 85 shot block. I think that's extremely important because you want to be able to affect the defensive end of the floor. So being able to have an 85 shot block is extremely important. But then the other thing that it does that Dirk's icon path doesn't do is it gives you something back on your dunk. So you also get a +6 on your dunk as well. I think that's extremely important. You don't get that, you don't get anything on your dunk with Dirk. Also keep in mind you get a +6 on your dribbling as opposed to the +3 with Dirk. The reason why I think the +6 is important is because Shooters start with a lower base dribbling attribute than other players. Give you an example. Stretch bigs will start at a lower base dribble than a post anchor. A post anchor will have a higher dribble attribute than a stretch big. Doesn't make any sense, but that's how it rolls. So having that +6 on your dribble with Karl Anthony Towns icon path will definitely enhance your ability to cheese with this player. And I'm gonna actually go into the one court and kind of show y'all some moves at the end of the video, so stay tuned. Now, as I drop my fucking controller, we want to also look at the primary skills on this build. The two primary skills are the things that are amazing, which is just shooting. You know this is stretch big, so you know what it is. 95 3, 95 mid-range. We're going to be able to take advantage of this like crazy. Now, keep in mind that Karl Anthony Towns gives you a +6 as well on your post moves, and that's a secondary skill. I only got +3 so far, but once I get the other +3, now I have a 94 post moves. So think about that. A post anchor has a 95 post moves. You're a stretch big with a 94 post moves. You pretty much have 3 primary skills, which makes you a 1 of 1, because nobody else can get that high on something. I think the slasher point guard can get a 91 like a 91 like dunk from his like icon skill to go with his primary skills, but not a 94, bro. And then Vince Carter actually gets you a 98 dunk, but that's already something that's in your primary. So having 3 skills that's a 94 or higher is crazy. Also keep in mind that you get 88 rebounding, which is gonna be nice. You got a 75 speed, so you're gonna beat a lot of the bigs to the spot, and having an 88 rebound will allow you to be able to box them out and then get the rebound. But inside shot as well is very important. You get a +6 on that dunk, like I said before. So when you dribble and sauce up and get straight to the goal, you'll be able to finish with a dunk. But if you do meet contact and it doesn't finish out in some weird ass layup animation, then most times your inside shot will activate, and then that's good that you have an 88. So then now you can play at every level on the floor. Now real quick, let's go ahead and move to the traits on this player. Looking at the traits, right? So the traits that I'm gonna use when I go into the one court and that I like to use on the player is way back, late to the party, and late release. I'm obviously using late to the party because this shooter is the only shooter that does not get a contested shot. But I actually prefer this shooter because I showed y'all how broke the post scoring was with kind of negating contested shots. So I still want to use like a badge to help me out with my contested shot though. Late release is just something that I feel like when you have like a shooter type build, you want to have like a badge like this active just in case you miss your green window. You have something to rely on. And then way back, of course, being able to shoot deep is going to be key. And then also posting up at the 3-point line and then fading back like that, you need this badge. You could always build out for different things depending on your play style. If you like to play in the mid-range, kind of play like a dirt fadeaway game, you could always leave late to the party, kind of add something like open 2 and leave it like this. Or you could add something like post mastery if you wanted to. So now your spin moves and your drop steps will be way more effective. You could get it to goal and then it work out a little bit more for you. You could just be like a pick and pop type player. So you could go brick wall and then you could go catch and shoot. That's something that could work. Or you could go brick wall and then you could go pop star. That's a way to go. If you want to be a straight shooter, you could go way back and then you could go catch and shoot. Or you could go way back and then you could go open 3 because you're handling the ball and you like to sauce up instead of catching and shooting. So you could always use something like that. But ideally for me, I think that late release, this loadout works for me the best in the way that I like to play my build, because I really feel like open 3 it's just kind of overkill, because in your icon path, you're also going to get an option to get an accuracy boost on your 3 or your mid-range. You throw an accuracy boost on that. You really don't need, you're kind of wasting a spot for the most part, like putting open 3 on your player, you know? Looking at animations real quick. Dribbling, you want to go with default. It's going to be the best dribbles for this particular player. I'll show you why. Jump shots, I feel like any player that's 6'9" or higher, you either want to use Doug McDermott or you want to use Goran Dragic. I can't say the name, bro. Every time I try to say this shit, I get it wrong. But, bro, this jump shot is water. It drops on tall players, man. I'll show you as well. Your layups, I use Joker for the layups and the dunks, bro. You can't transfer dunks on this player, so you gotta use the defaults. It is what it is, man. And then real quick, we'll go back and we'll go into the one court, and then I'll show you like some of the stuff, kind of showing you like the post fadeaway and everything that I was doing in the previous video. Because to be honest, man, this is a do-all player, and when you really think about it, you could run this player at the 1. You could run with alongside a wing defender, and you could run alongside another stretch big. You could run aside another stretch big in a post anchor or a rim protector. You could run aside a wing defender in a post anchor. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you could go about this, and then you can be like the person at the top of the key, kind of being a primary ball handler. Now, first of all, I said we can do default dribble moves. Now, you're not gonna start out being able to dribble like this. You have to at least get the first like unlock additional like boost, the +3, and then after that you're gonna be able to like hold right or hold left, and then it's gonna trigger that cheese. I know y'all didn't seen that online. I just saw a wing defender cheesing the hell out of that like yesterday. But that's gonna give you some options, because you see you can speed boost out of it. You can also, like, instead of crossing over, you can flick to the same side. You can cross over, you can spin out like that. You can, with this particular player, when you unlock it, you can see it unlocks the step back option for you, so that gives you an option to step back as well. So that kind of helps you. All of that stuff helps. And this player is just a monster with being able to shoot. So like I said, you can speed boost, you can come back. It's just a lot of stuff you can do as far as being able to dribble. Now, when you're going against backcourt shooters, wing shooters, players that don't have a high steal, you're still going to be able to sauce and dribble. But then the other thing I like about this build is just being able to come and shoot the fadeaway effectively. So you see us in the post game shoot the fade right there. Another way to fade is hold the analog down. You can fade back towards this way. You can do a step back fadeaway as well. So you saw me like trigger the Dirk fadeaway right there. So that's something that's dope about. And you saw me trigger the step back fadeaway right there. Now the timing on all of those are going to be a little bit different depending on. When you see me trigger it again, that's me pulling away from the rim with the left analog and holding the button, and you saw that. I also can shoot fadeaways at the 3-point line, which like I said, over the last few days, I just kind of recently discovered that I can do this shit. But you gotta get your distance right. You see, I don't have my goal way back, so I was too far. It's like a sweet spot to it, and knowing how to do it. But you just get in and practice it. You see, we hit green on it that time. It's just learning like your spots and where you can do this at. You see, it's not that hard to do, like once you start getting your timing down on it. And that's just overpowered because for some reason shot contests, if you manage to get them on your hip, and that's the thing, get your defender, connect yourself to the defender. But the thing about you playing in this is you want to be a threat. So what you can utilize to kind of keep them from knowing when you're going to shoot the 3 is like when you're holding L2 and in like a post position, if you hold the right trigger and release the L2 button and go left to right, you can spin off. So I don't know why it's not doing it. Hold on. There we go. So you can spin off like that. I really need to be connected to somebody, but it is what it is. You can spin off, and that gives you this ability to be able to speed boost and get around your player, because you're doing like a post spin. So they don't really know. I wish you had like how it is on 2K, how you could flick left to right and fake left to right, but you can't really do that in this game. But you see, I can easily turn and fade like that if I want to, or I can kind of like spin off of the player from way up here, and then I can just go to the goal. I can come right back down into it. I can drop into like a little baby hook, and you know how this game is. If you get too low and you trigger like specific animations, you won't get blocked. You might miss if you don't time it right, but you won't get blocked for the most part. You see me trigger that step back as opposed to just doing that straight fade away. You want to include all this in your game, so then that way you're just able to play and be effective. So I really feel like this is one of the better builds in the game. You see that fluent step back when you coming up the court. That jump shot is water, bro. I promise. Y'all get in the lab and use it. Just get your timing down, bro. But anyway, hope this video was helpful. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well so you can know when we post. And as always, respect the OGs. Peace.